Hi, I'm Alicia Vikander and I'm here with Harper's Bazaar to share with you some life lessons. I grew up with a mother who's an actress, so I kind of got introduced to that world very early. But a few years back, it was a video from a program back home in my home country, Sweden, where I was in this miming contest for like small children. I was like 7 years old. But then it's interesting, in that she says, so like, what do you want to do when you grow up? And I just say, yeah, I'm going to become an actress. For many years, thought I wanted to be, well, a dancer, and I went to ballet school. And it was not until I was in like my mid-late teens when I kind of felt like, this is right, I'm on a stage, but I'm not doing exactly what I really would love to do. So then I kind of steered it another direction. Since I was quite young, I've had a lot of energy. I've always like wanted to do everything all at once if I can. And I was so extremely fortunate to kind of get the chance to professionally do what I loved the most. But it's interesting how that kind of idea of success does change. When I turned around 30, it's just what I thought that work was really what would make me the most happy. And maybe at some point it did. You know, I focused on that and I embraced it fully. But now it's like nice, and you realize there's quite a few more years and there's a lot of other things I want to do too. And so I think success is when you feel like you're on the right path in life at the right time and moment where you are right now. And that is not easy. So, but yeah, if I have a moment now and I feel like, yeah, I feel good, I'm happy, then that is to me kind of the equal of success. It's a fear of unfair criticism constantly that kind of hangs above you. I'm not even talking about career yet. And, you know, then when you go into that, it will be even greater and on another level. But I think it's kind of profoundly something that's with you, and anxiety that was stronger for me when I was in my teens. The best advice I've had from people very close to me have just said, like, it doesn't matter because you don't really care. And then it like kind of lands, and I kind of don't. Love, it's the most important thing of all. And I think maybe that kind of becomes more and more like apparent for each day when I, you know, grow older. Things that I realize that I kind of care about more and more is relationships and people that I have around me. If you can follow the path of love, I think you're on a good one. Friendships are like the most important, probably. It's like dating, you know? Sometimes you just need to surprise them, or like a takeaway arriving at their doorstep when they don't know it for a Zoom date or things like that. When I was between 18 and 22 is when I created the friendships that are still now the most important and valuable in my life. And what I've realized is that the friendships that really matter, they are just there. Of course, you need to nurture them by letting these people know how much you care and love them. And I would say that the friendships or people that I had in my life that I in some way felt pressured to kind of maintain in a way that didn't feel natural, those were probably not the people I was the closest to. Style is a very personal thing. That's the thing I think I've learned over the years, in the sense that it's a kind of elongation of your personality. I have definitely gone through phases growing up. And I think that is part of maturing and finding your way and getting to know who you are as an adult as well. And I think my style has definitely looked different, but it kind of landed in something that is probably what I have still now in my early 20s. Yeah, I think it's about confidence. So that took a bit of time. I needed to try things out before I knew what really suited me. Actually, a woman I really admired. She was probably maybe the age I am in now. She had like a very kind of basic wardrobe of like very simple jeans, jackets, shoes, and then she had like accessories that she picked to go with it. And it was really something that I was like, I think that's what I'm gonna try and do. And I think that's kind of what my wardrobe still looks like. And it's good when you travel too. My go-to thing, especially because I literally live out of a suitcase. So I do have a very basic wardrobe with me, but I also have a very pretty little jewel box that is very dear of mine. And there are things there that I've collected for a long time. Things that are precious and not just in what the value is, but things that I've been given from people or I bought at special moments. And so a good piece of jewelry and I always feel like I'm dressed up. Beauty, I think, is way beyond aesthetics. It's things that kind of speak to me immediately. It can be sounds, it can be things that I come by in conversations with people. I don't know, things that we are attracted to. I think when it comes to beauty, for your own self, I think it's very simple. Sleep, moisturize. I think sometimes the stress of having to focus on your outer looks can be, fun, but also be a lot some days. And I think it's important to give yourself a minute here and there, do what you like. If it's to have a rest, if it's reading a book, taking a walk, listening to music, meditate, doing yoga, whatever. Make food, things like that. If I'm going to talk about feminism, it came up as a subject in school. And I must have been quite young, but it was already a word that I knew, because it was a word that my mother valued very highly and that she described to me the meaning of from a very young age. And I think that is the woman in my life that has, given me the calm confidence as a woman to grow up and believe my own self and ability and voice. Confidence is something that can be extremely big and loud, and it's also something that can be extremely subtle and quiet. All versions are kind of true. What I think it is that thing of truly loving yourself. That's kind of the core of it, because if you do, you feel confident to speak up when you feel that you have to, or really embrace who you are and feel that that's and be proud of it. What empowers me, that when I create things that I'm proud of and I get to share with people and they enjoy it. Yes, making films, telling stories, cooking. Like the best thing ever is when you spend the whole day and you sit down and your friends really love it, or your husband, or it's that's the best. Or when you've cleaned the entire house And you can just like make a cup of tea and sit in the middle room and everything just looks nice. Having doubts or self-doubt is something that is just human and is always going to be there. So, but I do have, I'm much more kind to myself now. If I would have met me like 10, 15 years ago, I would have just said that it's okay. It's gonna be fine. I think I worried about everything, about my choices, so if I said the right thing, if I did the right thing, and that itself takes up a lot of time and energy in your like mind all the time. And then it comes a time when suddenly that confidence has kind of like settled within you, hopefully, and feels kind of natural. And then suddenly one day you find yourself in that room, hopefully yourself, and you're like, yeah, now it's my turn. now I need to kind of stand up and speak loudly. So I'm so grateful that you guys have been with me here. I'm Alicia Vikander, and I have tried my best to share with you some more than anything, not life lessons, but life stories, and hope that if there's anything you like there that you want to take with you and learn from, please do.